Have any of you ever played a video game or read a book or cooked something or simply finished something and then we're like, oh, I'm done. Now what's next? Well, that's exactly what's going on with you and me right now. New things are happening all the time. Sometimes you can see it and sometimes you can't. And what do I mean by all that? What am I even saying? I'm talking about life. I'm talking about life. On the last video, I talked about death. So I thought it only appropriate to talk about life in the different part of that coin. Like I said in the previous video, life is part of death. You cannot have life without death. You cannot have death without life. They are an eternal pair. They will forever exist. They have existed before we were here. They will exist while we are here, and they will exist when we are all gone. Now, when we think of life, we think of breathing. We think of seeing, we think of experiencing, we think of love, we think of nature, we think of the sky, the space, whatever. Everything that you see that is moving is life, right? But everything that you see that is also not moving, that is also life, that is part of life. Life is not just animate, it is also inanimate. Right? It is existence itself. Life is existence itself. And I'll be referencing the previous video. When we die, we breathe life again. We breathe life again when we die. We breathe a different kind of life all the time, every day. The air that we breathe is not the same every day. The things that we do, it may be monotonous, but there's always something different about the air, about the way that you move, the way that you think, the way that you perceive things. Life is ever changing. It is ever changing. And sometimes once you go into a new life, you can never go back to the old one. That's a checkpoint. And that's what we're gonna talk about today. We're gonna talk about checkpoints, new chapters, new books, new paintings of your life, new art, new you. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's put this show on the road. Should be a quick video, yeah? Hello. My name is Keyshawn Nunley. Beautiful people, beautiful air breathers, you know, or nitrogen breathers. You could be some form of bacteria. I don't know. Welcome to a new video. Like I said, my name is Keyshawn Nunley. I am the owner, founder, and designer of All Things Cosmic Desist, a clothing brand that's dedicated to illustrating mental and emotional health issues through art and poetry. But also me telling you guys about my experiences and thoughts on how to heal, on how I heal and how I think others can heal. And maybe I can help you out a little bit. So in today's video, like I said, it's about life. I'm full of life right now. We're having a good time today. Life is a beautiful thing. Obviously, births happen all the time. You have butterflies, flowers, trees, grass, mountains. You have your television, even though it's not animate, it's part of existence, it's part of life. All these good things that we see. But let's not forget all the bad things that we see. That's also a part of life. It's part of existence, and you can't ignore it. You can't ignore everything. You can't ignore anything. Because to ignore life itself, to ignore life is just to ignore yourself. So let's not ignore you. Let's talk about the other side of the coin of life and death. Let's talk about the life side and not the death side like we talked about previously. That's why I'm wearing white. That's why I'm wearing white. But before we get into the actual video itself, I wanted to highlight the Cosmic Desist website. When you go to cosmicdesist.store, you'll be met with all the designs and photos and poetry that go into each part of Cosmic Desist, each part of you. Each design has a meaning. That's why the poetry is there. Each design has a specific set of photo shoots that correlate to the meaning. There's different videos. There's lots of things on the website. There's different pieces of art that aren't necessarily for the designs, but illustrate the journey of life. They illustrate you. They illustrate me. There's a blog there that talks about my perspectives, my thoughts, my experiences, brand updates, philosophical ideas, the whole shebang, right? And then obviously you have the products, all the clothes and apparel that you could ever ask for. And then sometimes I have giveaways when I'm feeling good, when I feel like it's time for people to have some free stuff and promote my stuff, promote my brand. Cosmic Desist is not just a YouTube channel. It is a complete entity. It is a complete thing. It is part of life. So there's plenty of mysteries and subtleties and fun things in there, introspective things on there that I'm sure all of you would appreciate. If you love art, poetry, introspective things, if you are inquisitive, if you love growth, if you love something that's different, you will love Cosmic Desist. So please explore. I know you'll love it like how I love it. And let's get started with the video. So my first point is that you can't have life without death. It's just not possible. You need one without the other. And you can't have death without life. Because like I said before, they are an eternal cyclical pair. Everything goes round and round and round. You have life, then you have death. You have death, then you have life. Yin and yang, or yin and yang, however you want to pronounce it. All right, it is all a part of the same cloth, the same coin. All right, you need both. You cannot die if you do not live first. It's like, why that doesn't make, like, you can't do it. And you cannot live in the introspective means anyway, if you cannot die first. New growth, new life only happens when certain things die, when certain things go away. But we're not talking about death today, we're talking about life. So what does it mean to live? And I'm not talking about just breathing, because we breathe all the time. We breathe all the time, we move, we talk, we think, we are alive. You are here, you are alive. My interaction with you, this is part of life. This thing that I'm sitting on, this trunk, is part of life, even though it's not animate. All things around us are part of life, but that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about living, not life. We're talking about living. Now, when we live, we make decisions. We have all these thoughts that we act on or don't act on. We have relationships. We have many things. And it gets incredibly complicated. Incredibly complicated. Like when you're painting something, it starts off relatively simplistic. Maybe some sketches, maybe some doodles. Then you expand upon the idea more and more and more, and it gets more and more intricate. And you want to keep adding more and more things, and it gets more and more complicated. And when one thing leads to another, suddenly you just have an enormous painting, enormous sculpture, enormous work of art, like a great recipe, right? It's all because you had a seed of life and you kept breathing more and more life into it because you kept expanding yourself and enlightening yourself and getting inspiration and pouncing on that inspiration and grasping it to create more life, to create new growth. That's when I talk, when I'm saying when I'm talking about living. That is living. That is life. It is expansion. It is learning. It is growth. It is the absorbance of knowledge. It is the healing of your internal reality. It is embracing death so you can have more life. It is all of those things and more. That is what life is. That's what life is supposed to be anyway. Some people, unfortunately, make life very difficult for themselves, or they have a very difficult life. All our paths are different, but all our paths are important as well. But that is life. That's living. And once you leave the past behind, you let the past die, you choose a new path and let your other path die because the new path is better for you, you are living more and more and more because you have embraced change, you have embraced new opportunities, you have embraced better things, you have become a little bit more selfish and looked out for yourself some more. And that is an incredible thing to do. It's very courageous, it's very brave, because not many people have the strength to do that. But since you are here, since you are listening, you clearly have the strength to do that. Whether you've done it or not, it's fine. But the seed is there. It's there. It's in here. The seed of growth is always there. It's always here. It's everywhere in you. You have multiple seeds of growth just waiting to pop up, just waiting to show themselves, just waiting for you to give them water, to feed them, to give it new soil, to just do everything. Because you're a plant. We're all plants. We're all trees with different branches of opportunity awaiting us. And we create those opportunities. We create those paths with our decisions, our love, our gratitude, our ability to see past ourselves and through the horizon, because there's always something beyond the horizon you're looking at, always. So that's what life is. That's the other part of death. Death is, like I said before, the creation, change. Death is change and your ability to embrace it. It's the death of the old to create the new, and that new being new life. You see how the two are connected? Y'all ain't ready. Before we continue with this video, let's take a journey through the Cosmic Desist website, where I not only had the chance to take all of your money, but also show you guys what it really means to be part of this beautiful community of ours and grow together. When you go to the website, you'll be met with all the new happenings, different pathways to explore your inner reality, like your inner song, how you harmonize, and even how you gift yourself. We'll delve into what our roles are, my own subconscious and brand updates, each design's unique poetry, illustrations, and even how you can illustrate yourself. You'll find chances to win something and even realign yourself if you ever get lost along the way. My next point is, when you think about life and your new chapter, because that's what this is. When you make new decisions, you're creating more depth in your chapter. And once you reach a certain point, you reach a checkpoint, and that's your save. You're ending the chapter, you're done, and you reach the new point. Once you reach the new point, reflect on your old ways and old relationships. Do you miss them? Or do you not? Why? Why do you miss them? Why do you not miss them? It can be a really bittersweet moment when you're growing and you have the ability to move forward and you're on that bridge, you're in between the new and the old, and you begin walking towards the new, but then you take a break and you wait. And you look behind you and you just start reflecting. Excuse me. You start reflecting and appreciating, the good times, appreciating the fact that you made it out the bad times. it can be a really bittersweet moment when you finish one chapter and you move on to the next, because that means you're finally letting something die, letting things die. Your old behaviors, your old habits, different relationships, different types of relationships, because you're not always ending a relationship. Sometimes relationships don't end, they just take different forms. The only way that relationship ends is in its essence and the type of relationship that it is. Relationships with yourself, relationships with others. That can be a very hard thing to struggle with, but when you open your mind to the different perspective of this relationship's just taking a new form, it doesn't have to necessarily end the way that it's just gone forever. It's just the type of relationship that it is. It's different, and that's okay. It's more beneficial to you. It's more beneficial to you, and it is about you. It is about you. It's not in a narcissistic way, but life is about you and how you impact others in a meaningful way and how you are able to expand yourself. So when you're on that bridge in between your new life and your old life and you look back, it's okay to reflect and say you miss some things, miss some people. It's okay. It's okay. But just know you can't go back now. You've come too far. You've come too far. You can't go back. And that's okay. Because before you got on that bridge, before you were too close to that the other side, you could have went back. Could have went back to your old life, your old ways, but you're not at that point right now. You're too close to the new chapter. You're right there and it's pulling you in. The new chapter is pulling you in. There's no escape. You can't go back if you wanted to because that other branch you've let go of. You've let go of, you've let it start breaking away, you've let it fall down, and it's falling away. And the new branch is pulling you in. It's pulling you in. The new branch is pulling you in. And that's beautiful. And while it's pulling you in, it's okay to be sad about the past. It's okay to cry about it, the good times and the bad times. It's okay to miss some things, to not miss some things. But when you do miss them, think about why. When you don't miss them, think about why. Because that level of introspection, that level of respect for your situations, that is how you breathe even more life to your new path, to your new chapter, to your next checkpoint. Because that's how you create more abundance in your new reality. Just more. That's how you create more. With respect and gratitude for your ability to move forward, for the way that you have moved forward. Because quite frankly, it's very hard for people to move forward. It's very hard for many people to move forward because they hold on to things. They let different aspects of themselves control them. They let their inner child control them, let trauma control them. So the fact that you have healed enough and that you have gained enough strength to move forward and out of whatever difficult situations and behaviors and thoughts you were in, the fact that you have made it and moved forward and decided to move forward, or just simply working very hard to move forward right now, says so much about you. And you should be so very proud of yourself, because you are amassing strength. You have amassed strength. You are strong, and you know that you deserve better. And you are acknowledging that, and you are taking that opportunity. Even you just being here and talking to me, or being connected with me, or working on yourself in the best ways possible, shows life that you are ready to grow, that you are growing. And you should be so proud of yourself. You should give yourself a hug, be patient with yourself, love yourself, do whatever you can. Take yourself out on a date, do whatever you want. But be grateful that you are still here, that you are growing, because that's exactly what you deserve. You deserve growth, you deserve expansion. My next point. Oh, I already said this. You can't go back anymore though. Once you start growing, it's like you taste expansion. It's like, oh, you just taste it. And once you get that taste, it's very hard to go back. I mean, you become an addict to breathing new life. And a good addict. It's a good addiction. It's a good addiction. Like like I said, a new checkpoint is a new checkpoint. A new chapter is a new chapter. Obviously, you can reflect on the old, but you can't go back now. You're too far ahead. You're too far ahead, and you will never want to go back. Once you reach a checkpoint, it's like if the things become so good, things feel so good, the thought never crosses your mind of, oh, I want to go back now. You can't because like you've reached a point where that thought doesn't even like it affect you as much as it used to be. Like it'll cross your mind every so often, but then you're like, huh, I just thought that. I mean, sometimes like it was good, but I look where I'm at now. Look at where you are now. Look at who you are becoming. There's no way that with all this growth, all this love you have for yourself, all this respect, all this healing that you're doing, there's no way you can ever go back to those old problems. There's no old people, because when you're growing, when you're expanding, you are killing off like the root of your problems. You get into the root, you get into the source, you're healing, you're understanding yourself. You're doing all these amazing things that plant more and more seeds that grow more and more and tell you more and more that you can't go back. You can't go back. Because why would you? When you are becoming more and more beautiful every day, there's no reason why you would logically choose to go back. None at all. Because you deserve to be happy, you deserve to be beautiful, you deserve to feel loved, you deserve abundance, you deserve wealth, you deserve all these things when you're working on growing and healing yourself and understanding yourself and acknowledging every part of yourself that needs love and unpacking all that baggage and getting rid of all that baggage. You deserve new life. And that's exactly what you are giving yourself when you keep expanding and reaching new chapters and keep writing different chapters of your book, of your existence. You are showing life, you're showing reality, you're showing yourself and the different aspects of yourself that it's okay to want more. It's okay to want more. You don't have to stay the same. If anybody tells you should always stay the same, that you shouldn't grow, you shouldn't do anything else, they're dumb. They're dumb and they're selfish, and they are projecting things onto you. They're projecting negative things onto you. You will always deserve more. When you grow, when you choose growth, when you choose yourself, when you choose better opportunities, I'll obviously be considerate of others, but be a little selfish. Don't be a narcissist, but be a little selfish. And once you do that, you will always know that you can't go back. Because there's no reason for you to go back. Because at the end of the day, it is your journey. It's not anybody else's. It's not the naysayers. It's not your friends. It's not your girlfriends. It's not your boyfriends. It's not your partners. It's not your parents. It's not your family members. It's not anybody else's path but yours. It's your life. And it is up to you to breathe new life into it. Other people can help you breathe life into it, but only you can foster that life. It's all up to you. And when you start doing that, you will always realize that you can't go back. A new checkpoint is a new checkpoint. A new chapter is a new chapter. That's it. That's it. And that's a beautiful thing, because that means you're doing something right. Oh yeah, like I said, it's my next point is new life means new inevitabilities, new branches of opportunities, new opportunities themselves, new values, new everything. New everything, because the seed of you, you're a seed, you're a plant, you're a tree. The more things you do to heal yourself and grow yourself, the more your roots start to sprawl out and expand into more things. And the more your branches expand into more things, they become more and more intricate, more and more complex. You become a more complex being, more intricate being, a person of more depth. person with more life to you. All right, cut out there. But I'm throwing my point, right? Every time you breathe new life into something, every time you reach a new part of your life, you reach new inevitabilities, new opportunities, new values, just new branches of yourself, new branches of your path, your new path. It all gets extremely interesting. Checkpoint after checkpoint, chapter after chapter. Things get more peaceful, more subtle, more intricate, more interesting. It's just more because you have made room for more by letting things die, by leaving things behind you, leaving things that no longer serve you behind you, so you can keep expanding yourself and living more, living better. Excuse me. My last point, all chapters must come to an end. Although almost every writer writes the ending of their chapters, of their books, there's also times when the endings create themselves. With the stroke of a pen, if you're a painter, with the stroke of your brush, sometimes the final scenes create themselves. You're just in that state because you're living and you're allowing things to flow. You're continuously dying in all the good ways, letting all the bad things go away, letting them all die, and letting all the new things grow. It's just, some things have to come to an end, and that's okay. Your old ways are ending, your old thoughts are ending, your old perspectives are ending, your old relationships are ending, all the things that no longer serve your bright future are ending. They may take different forms, but they are ending nonetheless. The original forms are gone. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. So when you're thinking about the ending of your current chapter and going into your new one, just take a break, stand still, sit still for a bit, and think about how you want your chapter to end and how you want your new one to begin. Think about it. And then make some right decisions, meet some new right people, and then let everything flow. And then the ending will write itself. And it'll be a good one. And once you reach that ending, boom, new checkpoint, new life, new path, new everything, and it will be glorious. That's the end of the video. I love you all. Please consider about what I said. Please watch the previous video about death. I will link it somewhere in here. So please like, comment, and subscribe. Live your best life. Keep breathing new and beautiful things into existence. Keep breathing new and beautiful versions of you into existence, because you deserve it, and I know you're working on it. So keep going, keep moving forward, and I will see you later. Visit the store too. Peace.